And tonight, as we celebrate the Women's Network, I'm proud to stand here as Paul Ayoub, the son of Eleanor Malouf Ayoub, and the husband of Jane Cronin Ayoub, and the father of Lizzie Ayoub. These three women have all shaped who I am and what I believe and the values I cherish. Allow me to share with you this story. My mother is one of 7 daughters born into an immigrant family that came here to Boston from Lebanon at the turn of the last century. She grew up just blocks away in Union Park. And as a young girl, she so much wanted to be an actress. And that dream was within her grasp when, even in the era of the Great Depression, she received a scholarship to attend Emerson College. But she did not accept that scholarship because her own mother did not believe that college was a place for a woman. Now, my mother had no mentor. She had no ally. She had no one to help persuade her own mother that a woman should be empowered to pursue her dreams. Now, my mother inspired her kids to see the world without any barriers. But for my mother's dream of being an actress, that was left to reside only in her imagination. Now, long before I met my wife Jane in 1990, she had already forged a successful career in investment banking, both in Wall Street and here in Boston. It was well on her way through law school. Wall Street, the 1980s, you can only imagine, and some of you know firsthand the barriers that a young woman would face as she rose in the ranks of management. But Jane's mother had worked throughout her life, including a career at the FBI, and she taught her daughter that a woman was entitled to pursue any dream or ambition. And so Jane persevered, and she did just that and more. And now the path for our 25-year-old daughter, Lizzie, has been different. She's enjoyed a wealth of mentors and role models, women and men who have believed in her and helped her believe in herself. She interned for a company led by a woman CEO and is now a management consultant for Accenture, a firm committed to a gender-balanced workforce in the next 6 years. But for others of her gender, and not just her generation, the barriers are all still too visible, or worse, invisible. And that is why we have a shared responsibility. And now I'm going to speak to all the men in this room tonight. We have a shared responsibility to be all in, to uphold and act upon the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because we know that when we work with each other and when we include each other with open arms and, yes, open hearts, we make each other stronger and we make this community better, including for women and those who confront any form of bias or prejudice. Now, I am proud to be a member of this chamber whose mission is to make Greater Boston the best place for all businesses and all people to thrive. And it is in that spirit and with that aspiration that I conclude with the words of Helen Keller, who reminded us that we live by each other and for each other, and that alone we can do so little, but together, all in, we can do so much. Thank you.